Muito boa tarde, amigos gamers. Sejam muito bem-vindos a mais uma live no canal do Professor Gamer PT. Já estou vendo que há aí maltinha no chat. Uma boa tarde para todos. Ao grande Richard, ao grande Diogo Troia e também ao grande Vitor. Vocês são os maiores, amigos. Obrigado por estarem desse lado. Então, qual foi a ideia de hoje para a live? Eu sei que tenho estado a fazer em lives o Assassin's Creed Mirage, mas na semana passada vi na Epic que vão oferecer amanhã este jogo a todos os utilizadores da Epic. E então eu lembrei-me, ainda não joguei este jogo, como forma de aliciar a maltinha do canal a poder ver o jogo e, se quiser começar a jogar, ou seja, em vez de estarem a ver vídeos noutros canais, vem aqui ao canal do Professor e vem em direto um bocadinho deste jogo início. Eu, entretanto, ontem instalei-o, já estive a testar para ver como é que estavam os gráficos. O jogo está a funcionar bem, mas eu vou agora iniciar tudo de novo para vocês verem. Então vamos lá. Novo jogo. Olha, nem me reconheceu o jogo que eu comecei ontem, porque eu também não gravei. Eu vou jogar no modo normal. Vou jogar com a definição de comandos das teclas tal e qual como está estabelecido pelo jogo, mas se quiseres podemos jogar com as teclas do jogo anterior. É verdade, há muitos anos atrás eu joguei o Human Revolution e passei-o. É um jogo espetacular, mas ainda não tinha jogado o Mankind Divided. Adquiriu, mas não joguei, pronto, por muitas invariáveis razões. Muito bem, então vamos lá jogar com as teclas do Mankind Divided. E agora tem aqui esta opção. Para quem está aí a ver a live, verá a live em off. Se vir aqui, pode prescindir quando começar a jogar ao jogo, em vossa casa, depois de descarregarem da Epic, que vão oferecer amanhã. Escusam de passar estes 12 minutos de vídeo, mas como o objetivo é vos aliciar ao jogo, não é? E perceberem a história, eu vou assistir aos 12 minutos que reconta a história do primeiro Deus Ex. Então, como é habitual aqui no canal, agora durante o vídeo eu vou estar em silêncio, vou estar aí atento ao chat, e depois, quando recomeçar o jogo, comentarei aquilo que vocês disseram. Então lá, bora lá.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. Provided, of course, they had enough money.
Bem, já estou aqui a ver aqui qualquer problema, que não estão a aparecer as legendas. Vamos lá ver se ele me deixa cancelar.
Not everyone was happy to see it.
Bem,
I
não me
just
deixa
landed a
cancelar.
job as head of security at Sarif Industries.
Já está. Bem, mas eu vou tentar agora voltar novamente ao menu, meus amigos. Desculpem lá por este lapso. Menu principal. Sim, menu principal. Peço desculpa, amigos. Eu ontem ativei as legendas, não sei porque é que... Está aqui voz em inglês, ok. Tela está. Gráficos também está. Jogabilidade está. Idioma está. Mas onde é que estão as... aqui estão elas. Pronto, cá está. Vão confirmar. Está cá. Estão ativas. Pronto, olhem, peço desculpa, amigos, agora é que vai ser. Peço desculpa. Novo jogo. Tal e qual como estava tudo há pouco. Vamos ver o vídeo.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. Provided, of course, they had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job, Said he needed me to keep his people safe. My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The AUG killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. It wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett, even got him to give me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end. Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarif's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the Triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Sarif Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Sarif had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The Mercs were led by an augmented killer I crossed paths with twice before. Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the Mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency. Pritchard was able to trace one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one step ahead. Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left.
Boa tarde, amigos. Eu já vos cumprimento e já falamos melhor depois da cutscene, está bem?
Maybe not the rest of them, though.
Obrigado a todos os que estão aí.
Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped me slip aboard a Bell Tower ship. It was sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military base in the South China Sea. Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Hyron project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Seraph's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. But their little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who'd Seraph had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time could give us the answers.
Bem, e com isto termina o resumo do primeiro jogo e vamos entrar agora propriamente no Mankind Divided. Os 12 minutos anteriores é um vídeo resumo do primeiro jogo. Quem gostou pode também jogar. Bem, e agora vou-me calar novamente.
Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes, you just have to let go. And embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are you?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen, am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good, because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding? That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his gin crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the gin from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Bem, vamos lá aqui tomar as primeiras decisões. Uma vez que vai ser... Vamos estar infiltrados. E temos lá um agente que está... Que é humano, não é? Quer dizer que aqui o Jensen é um aprimorado, não seja a parte humana. Mas eu vou levar não letal.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Arma de longa distância. Arma de curta distância. Eu vou levar esta do choque.
Never was one to play the odds. Give me something I can use up close.
Ainda por
You
cima,
got it.
ainda no princípio do
One
jogo.
last thing, Jensen. Singh said the Jinn are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute, so we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your number one priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your happy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force Actual. This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
Olha, cá estamos nós. Grande KN, muito boa tarde, amigo. Muito boa tarde, amiguito. Jonas Salles, também muito boa tarde, amigos. Tony Marques, também muito boa tarde. Desculpem não vos ter dado até agora uma devida, um devido cumprimento, mas dou-vos agora. Estava a ver aqui o vídeo de introdução do jogo. Este jogo, KN, vai ficar amanhã gratuito na Epic Store. E eu, como forma de aliciar-vos a vocês que queiram experimentar o jogo, assim já tem aqui um gostinho daquilo que é. Então vamos lá. Temos que ir ali para aquele ponto do mapa. O Y é para correr. Bem. Aqui há alguma coisa. Dá para abrir? Cá para aqui. O que é que temos aqui? Ok. ok. Bem, e umas notinhas. Ver a entrada. Temos aqui os objetivos. Vão haver missões secundárias, pontos de interesse, história. Ok. Isto é também direito aqui ao mapa. A história foi aquilo que eu apanhei agora. Ok. Ok, vamos lá, mas é o que interessa. Gostas, KPN? Boa, 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 boa. Eu também gosto. Não, para onde é que é? Ah, por aqui. Toma lá disto. E agora? É para ir para onde? Oh, é para ir para onde? É para ir aqui por baixo. Vamos subir. Olha este. O que estás aí a fazer, rapaz?
What's wrong?
The Gen have got a few Jennies up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Aquele Zé ali, o que é que aquele Zé estava ali a fazer? Está aqui alguma coisa que se apanha? Não. E o outro que estava aqui? Então, Zé, o que é que te aconteceu? Está. Oi. Vamos lá. Isto temos de nos habituar agora aqui aos comandos do jogo. Vamos lá aqui a pegar nisto, ok. E o nosso amigo Jason é bastante forte. Isso é um aprimorado. Aqui alguma coisa? Não. Não há aqui mais nada. Vamos subir? Lá. Espero que a qualidade de som e imagens estejam bons. Queixem-se aí, se faz favor, critiquem. Estejam à vontade. Aqui. Vamos lá aqui acrescentar aqui a visão. Cá está. Visão inteligente. E vamos lá ativá-la. Olha, é aqui que temos que ir. Mas eu não vou gastar energia. Toma lá, morango. Vê se falta energia. Não é? Pois não tem energia. Não tem energia. Temos aqui os cabos. Ora, cá está. A energia. Temos passagem aqui. Sim, senhora. Cá está. Olha, 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 olha. Ora, como é que eu saio daqui? Se for aqui por cima. Tem que ter cuidado é para não cair. Bem, como não temos o código, isto é mais uma das características deste jogo, que nós podemos sempre hackear. Bem, o objetivo é chegar ao verde. Nós partimos daqui e há sempre o contra-ataque do sistema para nos tentar capturar, impedir. Bem, eu vou ficar para aqui.
Anomaly detected.
Vamos para aqui.
Trace program initiated.
Vamos lá despachar. Capturar.
Access granted.
Boa, já está. Pronto, já cá temos. Porta aberta. Bem, isto está aqui a fazer o tutorial de cobertura. Querem que eu faça tutorial ou não faço? Deixa lá aí nos comentários. Eu já sei como é que se joga. Só se vocês quiserem ver para poupar-vos depois de fazer o tutorial. Digam lá, de vossa justiça. Eu não me importo de o fazer. Tá bem, eu vou fazer. Também não é nada por aí além. Agora o objetivo é ir até ali ao holograma verde. Imprimir o A. Ir até ali. Ir até ali. Agora é vir até aqui. Está concluído. Então vamos lá fazer que temos que eliminar ali aquilo. Eu podia vir para aqui. Posso vir para aqui. E agora é só fazer aquilo que está ali nos nossos. E pronto. Ficou a dormir. Já está. Ui, temos ali mais uns quantos. Temos ali uns quantos. Ver o que é que este Zé vai fazer. Ele está ali. Onde é que ele vai? Será que ele vem para aqui? Se eu viesse para aqui, eu tratava dele. Vou fazer alguma coisa ou não? Pronto, já se acabou a... Não lhe deu? Não foi o suficiente. Não lhe deu? Oh, caramba. Não, não. E não lhe deu ainda? Olha, olha, olha. Vamos lá ficar aqui invisível. Toma lá. Pronto, já está. Acho que estás melhor assim, não é? E umas pistolas... Este Zé já estava aqui há mais tempo. E tu? Estás a dormir? Bem, podia ter explorado isto aqui, levava mais tempo, não é? E este? Eu tenho aqui uma cerveja. quer uma cerveja? E aqui? Olha, temos aqui para hackear. O que é que isto vai dar? Temos que chegar onde? Temos que chegar aqui.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access
Já
granted.
está. Muito bom, muito bom. Conseguimos. Vamos lá ver o que é que está agora aqui, não?
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Bem, temos de nos ir despachando. Está aí uma tempestade de areia. Então, deixa-me lá apanhar isto. Apanhei aqui mais umas quantas munições. Mal. Temos que ir para o primeiro andar. Para o primeiro andar não, para o telhado, para a cobertura. Espero que tenham gostado daquilo que estão a ver. Isto ainda é o início do jogo, que já sabemos. Bem, eu vou passar à frente.
سمعت دوشة.
Bem, este já foi. Vai aqui armado. Vamos ver, sim. Tem aqui, temos aqui quantos? Só temos ali aqui, ok. Está ali dentro. Vamos lá aqui com muita calma. Está ali.
What's that? Installed the signal booster already? Oh.
Ok.
عشان نخزن المخازن الموجودة على السطح.
Temos dois.
Good. Too much riding.
Mas eu se calhar vou metê-los a dormir.
That comes breaking down. فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. Want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
Oh, falhei-o.
لازم نخلص بسرعة.
Falhei-o.
حاجة عندك؟ لا. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
São 3. Deixa-me fazer uma coisa.
شايف حاجة؟ No, there's nothing here, just that.
Ui, 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 não é para subires? Isto são 2. Será que é que consigo
Jensen,
passar por aqui
watch your
desapercebido?
20.
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
سامعك خلص الصف دي.
Ui, ui, ui. Vamos aqui para ali. Ih, isto está cheio. Isto está cheio. Será que dá para ir para ali? Isto aqui ainda está pior.
احنا عملنا فيهم خدمة. نعم؟ فهمني؟ المنطقة كلها فاضية. تأمنا من أول. لا، ما كنتش سامع بس.
Aqui vem um. Será que dá para eu meter em carpete? Já está. Vamos lá continuar.
Not sure. Not sure.
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jin's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Sing any second.
خليل، الراجل اللي هيبقى علينا الحاجات جاية كمان شوية. روح قول لبقية الناس ان انا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Bem, isto até agora, amigos, tem estado a correr bem. Isto até agora tem estado a correr bem.
That's not what I meant.
Agora estão aqui vários Zés.
Not up here. طيب لو بالشكل ده يبقى تمام. متهيألي لازم ننزل نتخانق. بس احنا كده هنفوت منظر يقهر وما ينفعش يتفوت.
Não!
There is something here. انت متأكد ان الصوت جاي من هنا؟ ها؟
Uf, menos mal. Menos mal, menos mal.
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helos inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Negative. Didn't find it.
Well, you better hope Singh's cover stays intact. Otherwise, you'll be answering to me.
الدنيا تمام ومتأمنة.
Atrás daqui deste Zé. Vai. Bora. Já está. Menos um Zé. Aqui a chatear-nos. Não está aqui ninguém, não. Lá temos que hackear isto. Ui, 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 bem. Isto vai dar grande volta. Vamos lá ver.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Vá lá, conseguimos. Mas aqui está, mais uma cutscene. Pois isso sempre é melhor, assim ninguém vem atrás.
Penthouse access route secure. Jinn shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that. About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted. All right, strike force. Position and hold.
Strike 1, in position.
Strike 2, all set. Strike 3, yeah.
Strike 4 in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, brown nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Halliday.
Both of you, shut up. 5 in position.
Everybody stay sharp. Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Target's in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on her ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Ogs. They're getting hard to...
Olá, Alice!
Guns
Olá,
are still
tudo
on
bem?
the
É um gosto ter-te aí desse
Show me the
lado.
cash quick and we'll...
Aqui na live do professor... Ups! O que é que se passa aqui? Pronto. Já está tudo estragado.
The pod has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who?
Apareceram agora estes, aprimorados.
This isn't the Jinn.
Oh não.
Repeat, it's not the Jinn. They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up!
Greedy. Making a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
This is bad! They're closing in! We're gonna lose Singh! Jensen, I can't reach... Jim!
Jensen, this sandstorm might have just brought us some... time, but you need to disable that chopper.
Copy that.
Com esta tempestade de areia, lá terei que usar a visão térmica, não é? Vamos lá até aqui o helicóptero rapidamente. Parece que é aqui que tem que vir.
Miller, chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen! You're welcome.
Shit.
Parece que cumprimos o nosso objetivo principal.
Eyes to prosthetic limbs.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all. We will merge with machines, with
When
computers.
this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you. No, stop! And plan. Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
Kind of madness is gripped mechanically augmented people.
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Pangaea has been downgraded to a recovery
Czech Republic leads a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
It's a new world, Evan. It's afraid of people like us.
Bust into safe and secure segregation. Seraphine Industries closely towards the...
You didn't think it would end with the AUG incident, did you?
We were victims. This is retribution for a tragedy we could not control.
They control the news. They buried the truth with disinformation.
A banda sonora também está muito espetacular. Esta banda sonora.
Another terrorist attack, this time...
Gosto muito.
The United Nations Security Council has passed
The new anti-terrorist intelligence and response team will have global jurisdiction.
29. Agent Jensen.
I won't let it happen again.
Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Obrigado a todos os que estão aí na live a ver. Muito obrigado pela vossa presença.
Did we lose? All of them. This sandstorm didn't help.
The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale for success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come round eventually. We are all in this for the long game, after all.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The AUG incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
Hologramas.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course. That is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Paige. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
How secure your communications, Bob? Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective...
Jaina's won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Paige, activate the sleep cell.
Konečná stanice Růžičkovo nádraží. Příjezd za 5 minut.
Praga, uma semana depois.
Miller, it's Jensen. Just getting off the train now.
Copy that. We'll debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
not. No, I'm afraid they are not. What? The papers are no, but you just let my wife say.
Bem, já estamos aqui em Praga.
So sorry.
Very sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, cool. Damn Clank! Why don't you watch where you're going? Here, let me help you with that, ma'am.
Man? Seriously?
I could have gone with Sweetie. You get my message about Dubai?
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right, Adam. That ambush sounded pretty bad, man.
Not something I was expecting, that's for sure. Any idea who hit us?
Well, I'm sure your task force will come up with something. And that it won't be what the Juggernaut Collective digs up. Kinda odd, though, don't you think? Interpol sending your team, the Prague team, to Dubai in the first place?
Miller said they were scrambling. Last-minute intel. We were the only strike team available.
Yeah, well, that's a lie. Better get moving. The Collective has been keeping tabs on all task force divisions ever since we slipped you into one of them. They've got a team in Oman. Could be a hell of a lot faster than you guys.
So why send us?
I don't know. If the task force is an Illuminati front, like we all suspect, it doesn't make much sense to send it into an ambush.
Unless they wanted our team to see something. Officially.
Augoved, připravte si papíry. Připravte si papíry na inspekci.
Don't make a scene, Adam.
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
Nezastavuj se!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified Augs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we could do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. Didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this, the true power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to...
Then help me find them.
Hold it! Hand over your papers. Just watch yourself, Clank.
I can't believe you're doing that!
You brought this on yourself.
Put your hands off of that!
Make this any harder than it has to.
I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
A neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip. Custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus. Leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the NSN's mother...
Oi, que está aqui? Uma bomba. Só pode ter sido.
Alex, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Do you hear that? I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, be careful. We'll talk.
Stand back, let me help.
E pronto, chegamos a Praga e temos logo esta recepção, um atentado de bomba. Praga, 30 horas depois do atentado de bomba.
Hold on. Shit. Alex, it's Adam.
Hey, you sound like shit. How you feeling?
A little sore, but I'll be alright. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been through worse. Jesus, how fucked up is that to think, huh?
Listen, Alex, my systems are acting up a little, so I've got to get checked out. But if you want to meet or...
What? No, I'm fine, man. You just take care of you. This girl's built tough. Give me a call when you're useful again, okay?
Alright, I will. Talk to you soon.
Bem, já estamos aqui a tomar conta do nosso personagem. Temos aqui munição. E o que é que vamos ter? Colecionáveis não, deve ser tipo gadgets, materiais, peças de montagem, possivelmente poderá ser para fazer alguns upgrades no futuro. Analgésicos, dá sempre jeito. Temos algum produto. Olha, dá para secar, para usar. E aqui? Chuveiro, banheiro, para tomar banho. Será que dá? Olha lá, e dá. Vamos lá tomar uma banhoca. Vamos lá. E o Jason. Deixando aí nos comentários o que é que estão a achar do jogo. O Vitor já nos conhecemos de longa data, ele também é um seguidor e gosta muito de Deus Ex. Possivelmente ele já deve ter jogado a este, não é, Vitor?
Open blinds.
Aqui temos algo para ler. Para os mais curiosos que estão aí na live, é só carregar na pausa e poderão ler.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarif.
Oh, David Sarif.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday, look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
You saved his vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
Vamos lá.
Designed to promote the creation of safe and secure housing complexes where oppressed groups can live and work free from persecution. This international civil engineering and action plan is the brainchild of Santos CEO Nathaniel Brown. Its flagship project, a glittering engineered city.
Pois é, Vitor, então quando tiveres a oportunidade é jogá-lo, não é?
At one of Brown's upcoming safe.
Vamos lá aqui levantar do sofá. Porque pelo visto poderia estar ali mais algum tempo. Já agora estava ali ligar ao sheriff. O que é que acontece?
Adam, thanks for calling me back, son.
Sheriff.
O que é que
I
ele
heard
quer?
about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. Tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job, part of their extensive background checks. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
What do I want? Jeez, Adam. I know I did some questionable things in the past, but a lot's happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
You've obviously landed on your feet, though. Unlike a lot of other people.
I've been lucky. I almost died in Panchaea waiting for the rescue teams to dig me out. And I lost a lot of time after recovering from my injuries. You went back to Detroit, you saw what happened to Seraph Industries.
I got a look at it, briefly.
Humanity was afraid of the potential we offered, and they lashed out. Broke into the building, stole what they could, and burned the rest. Those vultures at Tai Young Medical gobbled up what was left. Sometimes a dream has to die so a new one can rise from the ashes.
Bem, vamos lá ver o que é que diz aqui o Vitor no chat. O Dishonor, Vitor, 1 e 2. Eu comecei a jogar o Dishonor 1. Cheguei para aí se calhar a 1/3 do jogo. Depois entretanto parei, tal e qual como tu paraste o Mankind Divided, segundo o que eu li na outra mensagem. E depois, olha, não retomei a ele. Acabei por desinstalar e acabei por não retomar. Eu penso que tem mais lógica jogar ao 1 e depois jogar ao 2. E ainda não joguei, digamos a sério. Mas poderá ser no futuro. Bem, vamos lá ver o que é que... Vamos lá ver o que é que nós vamos perguntar. Vamos perguntar aqui da amiga Megan Reed.
You heard anything from Megan?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still, you know, she always wanted to be at the cutting edge. She didn't see a future for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
She moved to Hong Kong?
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Roca Seca Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
Gostas dos dois Dishonors? Boa, 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 boa. Eu tenho o Dishonor 1 e tenho a expansão do 2, que foi oferecidos pela Epic. O 2 por acaso não tenho. Bem, vamos lá aqui continuar aqui com o chat. Como vocês podem ver, existem momentos de conversa em que nós tomamos decisões.
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank! Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed.
Para quem quer se intrigar mais na história e gosta da história, convém fazer a sua investigação.
Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm meeting with the Santo Group, Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Santo? They built the Udalek complex, the Og Ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
I've heard of Rabia. The walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Augs.
Rabia's just a part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident, and when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
It's nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
Bem, para aqueles que desconhecem, este Service foi, digamos que, quem contratou o Jensen no primeiro jogo e esteve sempre por trás da história do primeiro jogo. Vamos lá aqui, o que é que nós temos? Temos aqui mais umas coisinhas para apanhar. Temos aqui o computador. E na gaveta temos uma cerveja. Olha, temos um vinho. Temos peças de montagem. Isto é um espetáculo. Então, podemos ligar o rádio. Vamos lá aqui ao computador. Correspondência. Bem, temos aqui vários mails. Temos este mail aqui do Christian Jarreau. Temos este aqui do Harrelson Uck. Bem, quem quiser depois ler pode ler. E do Peter Chang também temos aqui. Ok. Aqui. Não, eu não quero nada disto agora. Bem, vamos lá aqui ao nosso. Não era aqui que eu queria. É aqui. Nossa história. Temos aqui as entradas. Temos aqui este chip. Ups. Vamos lá outra vez aqui. Inventário. A nossa história. O apartamento. Missões. Isso mesmo. Não temos missões secundárias. Já temos esta missão primária. Bem, temos que nos agrupar. Reagrupar. Isto já foi feito. Reagrupa antes de sair. Temos mais alguma coisa? Não. Dá para ver. Aqui já estava. Então. Vamos logo aqui usar roupinha. É só este casaco? Pronto. Então só este casaco é este casaco.
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Bem, novo praxis. O que é que temos aqui? Pois isto estamos aqui todos baratos mesmo. Pois temos que ir nos arranjar. Tem aqui o meu inventário.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
Bem, lá temos que ir procurar o Kohler dentro da livraria. Okay, andar aqui. E aqui.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up. You want to do business? The man is over there.
O que é isto aqui dentro?
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Bem, isto deve ser comerciante aqui da zona.
Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something.
Lá a loja. O que é que temos aí? Vender. Olha, queres cerveja? Vamos lá vender aqui uma cerveja. Tem aqui esta. Também, boa. Vinho. Boa. Também queres? Eu também vendo. Cerveja. Há mais cerveja. Não, isto aqui, os analgésicos, vou ficar com ele que eu não sei se isto me vai servir ou não. Comprar. Itens. Oh, posso comprar coisas, mas não tenho dinheiro, não é? Pois, só tenho 335. O que é que tu querias, professor? Estás no início do jogo. Peças. Pois sim, está bem. Está quieto. Munições. Não, não é preciso.
Stop wasting my time.
I'll be on my way.
Fuck off then.
Oi,
Next time, maybe not fuck off.
que simpático. Que simpático tu és, rapaz.
Dawes is the man. He'll set you up.
Já embora. Nossas. Gente simpática. Olha estes.
All must be read.
Estes devem ser testemunhas de alguma religião.
This world is not yours.
Seguidor da seita.
No one can
Senhora, dá para vir aqui, dar uma voltinha. Estou só a explorar, amigos. Olha, dá por aqui, sim senhora. Temos aqui drones. Espera aí. É por ali, também dá para vir por aqui. Olha, eu não fiz mal nenhum. Não começam já com coisas que eu não fiz mal nenhum.
Out behind the restaurant. He had a melody.
Bem, pelo visto não deve dar para ir por aqui.
Street is off limits, Oyobok. Private function. All
Olha.
businesses are temporarily closed. This
Pronto.
district. There is all wrong.
Por aqui já não dá para ir. Temos que encontrar um meio alternativo. Oh, eu não fiz nada. Ui, já pensava que era comigo. Olha, será que esta escada vai a algum lado? A ver, o que é que isto vai dar? Não há nada. Dá para saltar para ali. Olha, dá. Oh. Haverá para aqui. Gaveta. Vai, apanhou ou não apanhou? Apanhei. Temos aqui mais um e-book. Quem quiser ler aí na live já sabe. A pausa e lê. Aqui, o que é que nós temos? Olha. Olha, olha, olha. Já apanhamos aqui uma arma melhor. Mas para já, deixa-te lá estar aqui com esta, que é a arma de choque. Isto não pode haver muito estrilho. Ui. Temos aqui um chip. Se nós conseguimos encontrar aqui alguma coisa de interessante neste computador privado. Bem, o objetivo é vir para aqui. Começa aqui. Isto aqui, nível de segurança. Se eu vier para aqui.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Já está. Bem, temos aqui um mail para uma Carole Macier e temos aqui outro mail. Estamos aqui a coscovilhar na vida privada das pessoas, mas ganhei experiência. Tem a porta, não dá para abrir. Opa. Isto é ali. Sai lá daqui que já lemos isto bem. Eu pensava que havia por aqui alguma possibilidade de passar. Afinal não. Vamos embora daqui. Vamos descer. Deixa-me lá ver aqui o mapa. Nosso mapa mostra-nos. Por aqui não dá para vir. Poderá ser que dê por aqui. Será que ser que dê por aqui? Para onde eu vou não deve haver possibilidade. Tenho que voltar para trás. Por ali não dá. Por aqui. Por aqui.
Don't forget about your permit authentication card.
Hey! Doc Larry! Doc Larry!
Deixa lá ver o que é que este Zé quer.
Otherwise you cannot go through here.
I know the drill.
The drill has changed. Too many forgeries. All OGs must now carry a supplementary permit authentication card. Do you have this card?
O que é que eu vou fazer aqui?
My documentation's never been a problem before. It's not about to become one now.
You sure about this? I am policeman. You see uniform. You see gun.
You know, now that you mention it, your setup looks a little odd. Budget cuts?
No need to insult us. Times are difficult for a regional document checking police. But fact remains, if you continue this way without newest permit, I am legally obliged to shoot you.
Is that right?
My friend, I know what you're thinking. It's terrible the way they make laws against your kind. But listen, maybe I can do something to help. We could come to an understanding.
What kind of understanding?
Lucky for you, I know a guy. An expert in permitification.
Temos aqui polícia corrupto.
He offers permits, authentication cards, peace of mind. With his help, you go wherever you want, whenever you want. No more hassles. What do you say?
Pois.
Supposing I wanted to pass through here right now, before getting this special document of yours. Any way for me to do that?
Sure. I suggest our pay-and-go plan. It consists of you paying me, and then me letting you go.
You mean bribery?
Wink, wink, my friend. I prefer the term standard fine.
Multa padrão, tal e qual.
Tell you what, I'll even give you the good citizen discount.
Oi, desconto.
Just this once.
Desconto. 700. Bem, lá temos que ir à procura da papelada.
This document agent you mentioned, is he the one in charge? He gets you to stop OGs and offer them this opportunity to do business with him.
Go see for yourself. My friend has documents to pass checkpoints, to keep police off your back, to get into parts of Prague you never knew existed. Tell him Drahomir sent you. You'll see. I give you address, yes?
Pois.
Alright, give me the address.
Bem, lá temos que ir, não é,
see who's behind all this.
Pshekashka.
Oh,
There's a courtyard
Pshekashka.
behind the apartment building.
Pshekashka.
Very easy to find. My friend will be there. He will get you latest permit card. Just pay him and don't ask questions.
Think maybe someone died wearing these uniforms?
É só pagar e mais nada. É senhor. Bem bom. Vamos lá aqui a ver aqui a nível das missões. Pois, temos que agora fazer esta, né? Encontrar-se com o agente da documentação. É naquele sentido. Vamos lá ver. que é que isto vai dar?
I got something you want.
Vamos cheirar a esturro. Vamos cheirar a esturro. Para este. Olha, cá está o Zé.
I was stopped by someone named Drahomir at a checkpoint. He sent me here. Apparently you help Augs with documentation, upgrade their permits.
You have the money.
Maybe. You want to tell me what I'm paying for exactly?
You pay to get your name on the list. Melina upstairs, she works on your shiny new permit. You come back in 1 week to pick it up. Standard pickup fee will apply.
How much do you charge people for this?
Not people. Augs. 35,000 credits.
Muito boa tarde, Oscar. Muito obrigado por estás aí, amigo. Ui, pagar 35 mil. Eu só tenho 300. Olha, o outro ali atrás cobrava 700 pelo suborno.
Your buddy said this one was on the house, because I'm such a nice guy.
Drahomir would never say that.
What would he say? Something like, gouge every Augs sucker I send you for as much money as you possibly can? Is that how this works?
Look, just give me what you have, and I'll put your name on the list. That's how it works. Melina does surprisingly good work, puts more effort in than we ask her to.
Bem, este está a precisar é que ele dê um... E agora o que é que eu faço? Bisbilhotar. Não, neste momento, não. Atacar. Insultar. Eu estou com receio ali daquele drone ali atrás. Para dizer a verdade. Se eu ataco, isto pode dar para o torto. Vamos lá aqui tentar aqui esta parte do insultar. Deve dar depois para o ataque, mas pronto.
This is as much as I'm willing to give you. So what kind of shiny new permit does this get me?
Fucking tourist. You're wasting my time, Aug.
Não dei nada. Mas já não está aqui o robô. E tu?
You need to see Drahomir first. I don't handle new customers.
Olha. Bem, eu vou ter que andar...
Looking for permit.
Ter que andar aqui à porrada contigo.
We're waiting for new ink.
This area is restricted to you, Aug.
Madruguinha Games, obrigado amigo. Boa tarde por estares cá. Aqui na live do Professor Gamer PT. Bem, isto está mal. Eu... Não dá para lhe dar já aqui uma cacetada.
Get out of my face.
Dá para dar aqui uma cacetada já nestes gajos. Ó, o saco da pistola. E mete já a dormir. E fica já a dormir, não deu? Então. Olha, boa. Já está. Já morreste. Já morreste. Boa tarde. Vou bem, madruguinha. Estou muito bem, obrigado. Vamos lá ver o que é que isto dá. Epá. Se houvesse uma maneira... E pode haver. Haverá aqui alguma maneira de subir aqui para cima? Se houvesse maneira de subir aqui para cima... Aqui dá para subir. Dá. Dá para subir por aqui. Olha aqui. Aqui. Olha, estão a ver, amigos? Isto basta só um bocadinho de... Bem, temos aqui mais um mail. Temos aqui um computador. Bem, aqui há mais alguma coisa. Ah, vou levar aqui esta bebida, sempre dá para vender lá para o outro Zé. Aqui, alguma coisa que se come? Não, não há nada. Não quero nada disto. Também não quero nada, não quero o balde do lixo. Tem aqui, oh, está bem. Pensei que tivesse aqui alguma... Tivesse aqui alguma saída. Nem nada. Aqui a bebida vai ser para vender. Dá para ir por aqui? Dá. Ui! Só cai em cima do outro. Então!
You looking for permit?
Opa! Não é isso, amigo.
This area is restricted to you, Og.
Ah bem, tá bem, já sei.
You're not on the guest.
Estou-me aqui a tentar habituar aos comandos, amigos. Demo. Olha lá, tem aqui. Oh, então aqui já lhe deste. Aqui já lhe deste. Aqui já lhe deste. Ah, aqui nada que me ajude. Não. Vamos lá tentar ainda por ali. Vamos lá tentar por aqui novamente. Eu tenho que conseguir passar ali por aquele.
That bombing was bad for business.
Vai lá com calma.
Should get rid of those three. You need to relax, Brad.
Vais-te embora? Vais embora, mas vais dormir. E ali está o outro. Ele ali vai dormir de outra maneira. Então.
Smells like violence. I like it.
Pronto, já estás aí. Já está a dormir. O que é que tu tens aí mais para mim? Aqui mais umas. Aqui mais alguma coisa? Não. Oi, já temos aqui raios lasers para detectar aqui a minha presença. Passa lá por aqui, Jason, com cuidado. Deu para passar. Aqui mais peças de montagem. Vamos lá por aqui. Oi. Espera aí que eu vou fazer uma coisa. Inventário. Bem, mas a arma também deve dar. Onde é que está a câmara? Ah, está ali. Então não dá. Não.
Your death draws near!
Pronto, já lhe deste.
Going to be easy!
estás a dormir? Há mais algum? Aqui mais um. Mas espera lá aí que eu vou instalar aqui já. Equipar esta arma. Os 10 querem outro tipo de tratamento. Pronto. E agora daqui dá para passar? Dá. Dá para passar, sim, sim. Aqui é para hackear. Ui, ui, ui. E onde é que é para ir com isto? Ui, ui, ui. Captura. Ah, para vir até aqui. Ok, ok. Vamos lá tentar este.
Anomaly detected. Trace probe access granted.
Boa. Já está. As portas. Desconectar. Câmara. As portas. Abrir. Desligar. Pronto. Já está. É, agora já posso andar à vontade. Olá, Richard. Ando aqui a saltar agora aqui de felicidade. Olha, cá temos a nossa hacker.
Please don't shoot me.
Eu não te atiro, não.
Arts and crafts?
Oi, Arts and
Scam
Crafts.
artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no OG left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery.
Bom apetite para o jantar, Richard.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when... which always just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
Vamos lá aqui tranquilizar a rapariga, que ela está super nervosa.
I'm not here to make you nervous. I just need you to explain it to me. The essentials of what's been going on here.
Essentials. Right. Essentially, I was trying to help my augmented friends.
The way I saw it out there, the promise of fake documents was being used to extort people. How does that help them?
The extortion part sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month, but they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other OGs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
Government corruption versus organized crime. And regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared. Drahomir said he would kill me. Looked at me kind of... like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... You know...
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone. We should do whatever we can, right?
Sim. O que é que será que ela quer, amigos? Vou perguntar.
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Bem, ajudar ou não ajudar? Vamos lá ajudar. Vamos lá ajudar.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of.
I've already taken care of the guys outside. They won't be a problem.
Thank you. As mysterious military types go, you're pretty neat, I guess. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Agora já falas de outra maneira.
Way ahead of you.
Chave de cofre.
I didn't want any trouble.
Oi, não é isso? Então, como é que é?
Get away from me.
Não, como é que se guarda a arma?
I didn't want any trouble.
Desculpa lá, desculpa lá.
Get away from me.
Calma lá. Não é para descartar. Vamos lá meter aqui esta. Aqui para.
I didn't want any trouble.
As all you followers probably know, I've been a marked man for years.
Ah, já sei. Eu estava. Tem lá calma, rapariga, que eu já não te faço mal nenhum. Assustei a rapariga. Ah, sorry.
Get away from me.
Sorry. Quem quiser ler o jornal, possa ler. 2, 4, 8, 9. Já está. Não, agora é para abrir, não. Não abres? Não, desbloquear. Não abres? Ah, é que não. Vamos apanhar aqui tudo o que está aqui dentro. Está feito. Vamos abrir. Bem, então vamos lá ver aqui nos nossos... Temos que encontrar livros do Draumir. Agora temos que encontrar este Edward e Enka. Como é que ela se chama? E já se foram embora? Pois, já não está cá. Bem, amigos, eu vou terminar a live por aqui. Já deu para ver, para vocês verem como é que é o jogo. Amanhã na Epic o jogo vai estar disponível. Caso queiram jogar ao jogo, já vão ter uma ideia do que é o início do jogo. Vou aqui salvar. E já está criado o arquivo. Muito bem. Muito bem, amigos. Então, vou terminar a live por agora, por hoje. Possivelmente vai haver live ainda esta semana. No final da semana, no fim de semana. Ou do Deus Ex, ou então volto ao Mirage. Depende aí do vosso feedback se gostaram aqui do Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Quero agradecer a todos os que compareceram aí e os que ficaram até ao fim. Muito obrigado. Espero que se tenham divertido e tenham ficado com a noção do que era o jogo. E então despeço-me com um forte abraço e fui. Obrigado.